Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for another Minute with Dr. M. You might have seen the title of this video and thought, tips for introverts in a quarantine? Why do you need a video like that? Isn't that like a dream come true for introverts? Well, yes and no is the answer to that. It's true that introverts may fare slightly better during this time because they have a need for quiet time alone in order to recharge that extroverts just don't seem to have. But therein lies one of the problems for introverts right now. How do you get that time alone, especially if you live with other people? So the first suggestion I have is to have an honest conversation with the people you live with about what your needs are. So you might need to compromise. Okay, I'm going to go into this room for a while. I'm going to just take an hour by myself. And then when I come out, I'll be ready to play a video game or take a walk or something like that. And that may work out well. But what if you live with kids? Or what if you have a situation where you can't leave people alone to go off on your own in a room? Well, the answer to that, my friends, is technology, if at all possible. Screen time. So you know how you have all those rules, hopefully, in your home about screen time? Well, rules are for normal times. This is not a normal time. This is a global pandemic. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So you take all those screen time rules you have and you can throw them out the window. And I'm here to guarantee to you that your kids are not going to be harmed by a little extra screen time during this time. And neither will you. It will give everyone peace. And if you're in a situation where you can't go off by yourself, it will give you some peace and quiet. Another thing that we're seeing during this time is an increase in virtual meetups. Now, this is necessary for work kinds of situations, but if you're an introvert, invitations to Zoom happy hours or Microsoft Teams get-togethers, that just adds a whole other level of stress during this time. So you can be free to decline those extra things. No is a complete sentence, and you can do that. Now, the opposite problem with this comes from introverts who live alone who may not be getting enough socialization. You know, the social isolation and all the time to do the reading and the quiet contemplation that you've been wanting to do seems great, but if you find that your moods are shifting, if you're becoming more depressed or anxious, then you're probably not getting enough social interaction, and there are ways to do that. So you can, when you walk your dog, have a conversation at a 6-foot distance with your neighbor. You can have breakfast online or on the phone with a friend in the morning. There are ways to do that. And in more extreme cases, if you find that the depression or the anxiety is debilitating, lots of places are doing online counseling sessions now, so that might be something for you to investigate. So a couple of days ago, I talked about how extroverts can make this social distancing work, and I hope these tips for introverts have been helpful as well.